Hello everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75. Welcome to a very odd and quirky kind of Beast Wars review. This is the Beast Wars McDonald's Happy Meal giveaway toys. Yeah, I bought these, oh my god, I can't remember exactly when, around the 2000s, somewhere around there. I did it because I really wanted to try and get a complete and Beast Wars toy set as you can get. Mainly because Beast Wars came out really when I had probably my first proper full-time job. And I had lots of disposable income, so I was just buying as much stuff as I could. So it was very easy for me to get quite a lot. Whether I paid over the odds for some things, maybe. Some other things, maybe not, I don't know. But I wanted these, and so I bought them. I can't remember exactly how much I bought them for. It could be 30 quid for this 4 here, and about another 30 quid for the 3 at the back. I really don't know. Was it good? I don't know. You don't see these very often anymore, probably for good reason, but there we go. Right, so anyway, so obviously these were given away promotionally by McDonald's in their Happy Meals, pretty much like you still get everything these days. I do wish I got the Beast Machines ones, but I just never saw them, or maybe I thought, oh, do you know what, that's enough. So anyway, right, so that's my little backstory of where I got them from. Let's actually get onto the figures now. They're not actually that good. We're gonna start here with this guy on the end. This is the imaginatively named Rhino. You know, yeah. And guess what? He's a rhinoceros. I'm sure he's called Rhino. I'm sure he had some really silly name. And there we go. You can get his date stamp there. It does say. Hold on, I wonder if I can see it. Made in China or something. 1996. Oh, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? 21. So he's around 21 years ago. Yeah. Anyway, he's not a great figure. Let's transform it. You just move that to the back, and then we extend his legs out. They do sort of click into place. You just do what you want with these legs. Just angle them around to the back. Now I think the legs here sort of do that, and you can get the orange robot arm out, so you can do that, or you can angle around to the back if you want. And there's him. Oh, hang on. There's him in his robot mode, and he's got quite a okay head sculpt actually. I do like it, and his little funky little robot arms there. To be honest though, it's a free little toy given away by McDonald's. It ain't that bad, and he stands okay. Then we're going to go to, I'm sure this guy's called Panther. I didn't get no packaging with the 4 at the front. Yeah, I'm sure he's called Panther or something. And he's got his little tail, just as moulded detail onto his back there. You know, he's a bit crap. Right, anyway, right, so to transform this guy, I love the Panther head there. That's actually quite a cool detail on that. Right, so transform this guy. Now, he does have a little bit more of an ingenious design. He does have these double rotational joints, so you're going to rotate them out like so. Now, the robot-esque bits are on the outside. Flip that back to form his little head. Now, I don't know whether these were Predacons. I guess he might have been a Predacon, and maybe this guy might have been a Predacon. I'm not totally sure. As you can see, you just sort of reverse them around. But I don't know who's a Predacon and who weren't. As you can see, there's his little detail for robot arms on the side there. I'm going to fold them. And he stand. He's a bit weird, to be honest. That is, well, he does kind of. And then we're going to come to this guy. Now, obviously, this is a water-based one. He's called Manta Ray. I want you to remember that. He's probably the hardest one for me to remember. But I only remember that because there was a Generation 2 toy called Manta Ray, so that's why I remember it. He's doesn't look too bad, does he? As long as you don't look at the underneath, then you can basically see the robot. You know, but from the top, he's alright. To transform it, we just rotate that around and turn around his little head. Rotate his legs forward, and there we have it in robot mode. If I get my thumb out of the way. You can see his little robot head. It's not as good so far. Rhino there is winning. He's alright. You know, his arms do move. So he can, you know, he can have a punch up with somebody. So you can't say they haven't got articulation and they weren't playable, unlike the three at the back. So we're going to come on to this guy now. I think this guy's called Beetle or Beatus or someone. I'm not totally sure. I think it could just be Beetle. And he actually is quite a cool looking Beetle, if in my opinion. I don't mind that at all. Don't look at the underneath though. Yeah, not much else to say about it. It really doesn't do much else. So let's transform this guy. Now you just sort of rotate the arms out. And then rotate all these legs down, like so. Then we rotate that around and into position. And there we have him. Now, unfortunately, his arms only go out to the side. That is a bit of a shame. And he does look a bit strange because of the way his legs are. I don't think that comes out. No, it's screwed in. So, yeah, so his legs are going to be like that. And he's got quite a cool little head. I actually like Rhino. Rhino's still winning. Although this guy is hot on his heels. Maybe. Oh, I think I love this guy better now. But there is Beetle. We're going to call him Beetle. And they were the first four, and I quite enjoyed them. Not too bad at all, really. As four little weird, fun, obscure, quirky figures. I really like them. Now we get onto the backs. Now, the three at the back they came out when the Transmetals came out. So these were supposed to be Transmetal forms of three actual figures we never got as Transmetals. So that was kind of what appealed to me about getting them. Shame they're not actually that good. They all come on these little trays like that. As you can see, this is the one that Black Arachnia comes on. And I did have the little bags. I did open these up. These were unopened. Now it says number 4. There were only 3. I think the first 3 were something else, probably like My Little Pony or something. Could be wrong there, but I'm sure I did check it out because I thought, oh, maybe there's another 3, but I'm sure there weren't. If anybody else knows that or who they were, whether it was My Little Pony or something like that, let me know. Always curious to find out. Right, so let's crack on. Right, so here we go. We're going to go with this one. Now, this is probably the worst of the lot, but that's not saying much for the other two, to be honest. This is a Transmetal Dinobot. Now, obviously, Dinobot did get a Transmetal 2 form, but this was supposed to be his Transmetal form. And it doesn't look too bad. If you want my opinion, this is his best mode. The legs do move a bit, but that's it. The arms don't move. But I like it. I like how they've tried to incorporate Transmetal parts. Maybe not the paint, but I just like it. It does look quite cool. Now then, to transform it, this is where this guy really lets himself down. We open out these, rotate that back, and just sort of, well, I was going to say straighten out the legs, but you can't really. So you end up with this. Now, as you can see, there's some detailing in the middle there for his robot arms, and you can see he's like holding these panels. Oh, I think it's just started to rain. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to rain. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it looks like he's holding them panels, and this head just hangs off the back really badly. It doesn't even try to hide it. The head sculpt, if it's going to zoom in on it, doesn't even look nothing like Dinobot to me. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. And you can't stand him up straight like that because of the tail, and you cannot move the tail. So having the legs move is pretty damn pointless. Then we're going to come to Scorponok. Now, obviously, Scorponok was killed off at the end of the first series of Beast Wars, so getting a Transmetal form of him was quite cool, I thought. And he does look really good in this. I like this. This just looks good. Again, it's a shame when you get him into robot mode. Let's do that now. So what we're going to do is rotate the legs down, and you're basically there. And then you can do the arms. Now, the arms just stay up like that. And it's just a shame they couldn't have invested a little bit, like the first 4, just a bit of extra articulation. And this would have been quite an okay figure, if you want my opinion. But because of no articulation on those arms, it's pretty poor. The head sculpt is Yeah, pretty poor. Let's put him over there. Let's forget about him, unfortunately. Oh dear, that's terrible, isn't it? And he does have loads of screw joints in him, and it's a weird triangle one, so I've got to get a thing for that. And then we come to Black Arachnia. Again, she got a transmetal too, but this is her transmetal form. It's alright, it looks good, I like it, it's good. Again, it's a shame that you have to transform it into robot mode, because this is where all the fun times end. We're going to rotate the arms out slightly. Suffers from the same problem as Scorponok, I'm afraid, but you do get a bit more articulation in these legs as you rotate them out and down. Then we rotate this forward, and it does sort of get trapped on those arms, so you have to force it past them, down. The head sculpt is there, if I can just, there we go. That's not too bad. Not as good as these guys at the front here, but there we go. And that is it. Unfortunately, again, you can't move the arms forwards, they're sort of stuck like that. But as a little figure goes, she's alright. You know, it's just that these three at the back could have and should have been better. Because they're transmetals, and these guys at the front were just plain ordinary Beast Wars ones, but they have more articulation, which is ultimately more playable. Bit of a shame and a crime waste. Yeah, I don't know what to say about these. Only ever pick them up if you're completist of McDonald's Happy Meal figures or real hardcore Beast Wars figures collectors like I was. I wouldn't have got them now. No, I probably would have. Like, if I ever see the Beast Machines ones, I'll probably get them. But I never did. I never saw them, and I never searched for them, so that's why. Right, anyway, I'm going to leave this review there, probably where it should be. I actually know, I did get the Armada, one or two of the Armada ones, and they were terrible. But I don't even know what I did with the only one I had. I had Red Alert. Oh, terrible one. Anyway, right, this has been Graham the Collector 75. I'm going to leave this review there. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.